Hey, welcome to Davison Talk Network. My name is Kevin. Gonna have a pretty decent show tonight. It's got some information for you about things that are happening in Davison. My topic that I'm going to talk about tonight is about Flint and what the heck is going on there. Uh, Kind of a mess. So I'm going to hit on a couple of key things with that. Before we get into that, I just want to hit these things about what's going on in Davison. One of the neat things that's going on is a little thing called Shakespeare in the Park. These are free performances that are open to the public. You can get all this information from the Davison Index. That address is http colon forward slash forward slash Davison Index. This is all one word. Davison Index dot mihomepaper.com. There's a listing, different news articles. The stuff I'm giving you right here is where I got that from. So make sure you check them out. It's an awesome newspaper. It's just full of information. But this is where I got this from. The Kersley Park one, which is actually today, that was what was that one? Dun, 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 dun. That one was actually already gone. The one that I really wanted to talk to you about was the one that's at the Four-Mar Nature Preserve. That one is on Thursday, June 19th. And it starts at 7 p.m. The company moves to Linden County Park on Friday, June 20th at 7 p.m. and finally to Flushing County Park for those closing performances on Saturday, June 21st at 7 p.m. Now, the ones at Four-Mar and the other ones that I listed off, those are free. Those don't cost anything. The one that was at Kersley Park is the gala one, and I believe the tickets were like $25. I think it was, $25 for those. It looks like a really cool thing. I'm going to try to keep promoting stuff like that. They also have some other stuff coming up, other performances. So I'm going to try to keep those up to date for you. We're going to update our blog section of our website. I'm going to give you that information here in a minute. But you'll be able to go there and get some of this stuff or go to the Davison Index and get it. The other thing I wanted to mention was the Festival of Flags that's coming up. That's also here in Davison. That starts June 18th and runs through the 22nd. This is a really cool thing. It's a big family geared event. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff for the kids. Richfield Fire Department is going to be on hand. Just all kinds of really cool stuff. And one of the main things I want to mention about this event is there's going to be a band there. It's called Bull Honky Deluxe. Just they're a flawless blend of outlaw country ever. There's southern rock, honky tonk classic, along with high energy. I mean, these guys are just amazing. And the funny part about this is I know them, okay? Not on a personal basis, but I know somebody who has an insider type of thing. So Bull Honky Deluxe, you owe me a favor. And I'll get a hold of the other lady. She's going to owe me a favor, too, for letting you guys know about this. But check it out. Definitely go to the Davison Index website. Look up the stuff, the upcoming events and specials and things that are happening here in Davison. Again, I'll try to keep our blog up to date so that you can go to that and also see what's going on. Our website is www.davison-talk-network.com. Check us out. There's a little spot on there. It's called feedback. I'd really like to hear from you. Do's, don'ts, topics you might want to talk about. You might have an opinion that you want to express. Something might be going on in your neighborhood. Let me know. I'll get it on the airwave for you. But definitely let me know about that stuff. Okay, to get in our topic today, and I hate getting on some of these topics, but this topic in particular, and this goes into the show of What's Up with Kev. My topic today is what happened to Flint. Myself, born, raised there, grew up there. It's always been a big part of my life, and it sure the hell never looked like it does now. Okay, I don't know what you're doing, but this needs to stop. I have never seen a more disgusting town. I've never seen more blight in all my life is what I've seen when I went back into Flint, drove down the old neighborhood, and almost threw up. That is ridiculous. I actually went down a couple of streets and actually took some pictures, and I have those pictures for you. I'm going to have my son pull them up. The picture that you just seen was from Franklin Street. I think there was a couple of houses in there that just burnt up. You know, this is ridiculous. I couldn't believe what I seen. Um, so I guess my question is, what the heck is going on here? We just got nothing better to do than catch Flint on fire. It's bad enough that GM pulled out, AC pulled out. It's not a motor city anymore. Now it's just a burned out city. I don't understand what we're trying to prove there, that we can make this town as ugly as possible. But I got a couple of things that I would like to put in to maybe give some suggestions as how we can fix this. It's up to you. I don't live in Flint. I refuse to go into that town specifically because of the blight, the problems that you guys have. I think it's ridiculous. But I'm just kind of making a suggestion here, just kind of off the top of my head. It's the city council mayor, which I don't even think, do we even have a mayor in Flint? No, I mean, is that still some guy hired by the state to come in and hold our hands? I don't even know what's up with that anymore. But something I'm suggesting is that maybe you all want to hire the police force back on, because it seemed kind of stupid that at that point when we were at our worst, you decided to lay them off at their best and nothing ever became of it. You short-ended the people. You took everything away from them. And I believe that that's a lot of why this town looks like it does. So what I'm simply suggesting is, why don't you hire them all back? Let the police do their job, untie their hands. Let them go out and start busting these drug houses. Let them go out and start getting these prostitutes off the street. Let them go out and patrol schools, patrol neighborhoods. And the funny part about it is that when they do these busts, and these are drug busts or whatever they're busting for, when monies are confiscated at that point, why don't you take that money and put it into a kitty for the police department to help pay for their uniforms, their insurance, their retirement? And quite frankly, city of Flint could use some revenue, from what I understand. Could be wrong. Again, I haven't really heard anything that says you've done any better, that we're still in the same mess that you were 5 years ago. I don't get it. But it really needs to change. And another thing I think that the Flint officials ought to think about too, while they're trying to clean this up, is why don't you do a tax? Let's give the neighborhoods that have nice houses, the families who have really nice houses, and I got some pictures of those houses, and I want Ethan to go ahead and pull those houses up. There's some really, really nice looking property. I want you to see these houses, and these are in Flint. Okay, those houses right there, you obviously seen are nice looking homes, well kept, lawns mowed. They're not falling apart, decrepitated, and look like dung. Why don't you give those homeowners right there, a tax incentive? Instead of charging them some ungodly amount for tax for the winter and some ungodly amount for the summer tax, why don't you give them a tax credit or a tax break? We'll call it a clean tax. So they would qualify for that. And that might be a percentage off from whatever they would pay for city tax or pay for water, or whatever the case might be. Okay. Insurance. There might be something they get a discount for their insurance. Either way, discount them, because they're the ones that are going to want to bring people back into the neighborhood because they see those nice houses. So when people drive through Flint, they go, I really want to live over here, but it's all burnt out, looks like ghetto slum. So I don't think I'll move here, which means, guess what, Flint? No revenue for you, because now people ain't in the town. They're moving on. Clean it up. Give breaks. Give credits. Give pat on the backs. to those people who keep them yards kept up. Now, on the other side of that, the ones that don't keep the houses, kept up, garbage everywhere, abandoned vehicles, looks like a dump. And quite frankly, I'd almost rather be at Grand Blanc landfill eating my dinner than at some of these restaurants around here. My son's got a point he wants to make here. Go ahead, Ethan.
Just born and raised in 13 years. It wasn't talent first, but I really don't. Nice looking city at first.
Mm-hmm.
It's going downhill.
Sure. And, they blamed a lot of that on, GM pulling out. In statistics, you can research this, that information is out there, but you can actually run this. And I know this for a fact because having family who worked for GM, it was shocking to find out that if you took 10 GM employees, one bought a GM vehicle. Only one. Now you're talking shop workers, and one of those shop workers bought that car. Okay. So yeah, it needs to be fixed. And there's just so many different things that we can do as citizens here in this town. And the other point that I wanted to make was, if we're giving tax breaks to the people, not the homeowners, the renters that are maintaining these properties, they look nice. You want to go visit them. The ones that don't, slap citations on them. Okay. First of all, I'm going to defend the homeowner. Okay, the landlord. Now I'm referring to rental property here. That landlord should not have to babysit you 24/7. That's ridiculous. They're not your mom or your dad. You're old enough to wipe your own fanny. You need to be responsible for how that looks and the upkeep on that property. And if not, guess what? You get a ticket. Every 30 days, they come out and they look at that property, and if nothing's been changed, I think you should get a ticket because you're living in that house. It should be your responsibility to keep it clean. And if not, pay the piper, baby. Just break it out your wallet and figure I'm going to pay $500 a month rent plus another fine because I'm a pig. At least that gives you an incentive to do what? Let me think. Either A, move out, move somewhere different, or clean it up. Clean it up, tax credit, tax breaks. What are, some kind of an incentive to keep it clean. Not only that, but now people are going to want to start moving back into these neighborhoods because they do look nice. But I've also got a picture that I want to hit on this real quick too, of community organizations that are nonprofit who go in, and this just cracks me up. They go in and they mow the lawns in empty areas. They clean it up. They contact seniors or people who are disabled that can't do this kind of stuff, and they paint their houses. They do whatever they need to do to clean up their neighborhoods, and they don't ask for a dime. They do this all out of the goodness of their own heart. And I got to say one thing to them organizations: you're just the best. If I was there right now, I would shake your hand and tell you, God bless you, because you are just the bomb. You're it. I don't care what anybody says. We need to support organizations like that. We need to, help them to help us. Start cleaning it up. It's ridiculous, Flint, on how you look. Again, it's like some explosion went off, some nuclear bomb went off, and you just totally destroyed everything in this town. So I want Ethan to put up the pictures of the groups. I think I got a couple of them there, of some of the organizations that are actually cleaning it up. Now, I don't know the names of them, but they're out there. There's even organizations out there that are planting gardens to help feed the hungry. They donate all of their end of season stuff, goes to the food kitchen or the soup kitchen to help feed, the people who are the hungry. So we really need to let them people know. So here's the pictures of the people that are cleaning it up. I mean, it's just a couple of photos real quick, but Ethan, go ahead and show those pictures for me. Okay. like I said, there's many other organizations out there. They're there. I just read an article here the other day about a man that got tired of the blight, took his own equipment and went around and was mowing lawns, doing everything. Well, he ended up getting his stuff stolen. Go figure. Again, he's trying to do a good deed, and somebody has to come back through and do a bad thing. Well, I was really, really impressed with the fact that the city came back, handed that man a check to repurchase his equipment so he could continue to do what he's doing. That's just phenomenal. I don't care what anybody says. I just think that that's awesome. So Flint, come on, clean it up, man. It's your town. You got to do what you got to do. I think that what you're doing right now is just absolutely stupid. You need to clean it up because people don't want to see that. I know you've seen those pictures from earlier, but Ethan, I really want you to show that one again in particular about the whole row of buildings that's burnt down. You know what I'm talking about? This is what you see when you drive down a lot of the main streets in Flint. It's unacceptable. It really, Flint, clean it up. It's ridiculous. So Ethan, go ahead and put those pictures up. Okay. And again, I'm not to dwell on it. I do want everybody to understand that one thing too, that there's a lot of potential there. A lot of good people living in Flint. I'm not trying to just rag on Flint in particular, but one thing I guess, kind of gets me a little bit irritated is why is it that you can go in any direction outside of Flint and you don't see that? But you stay in Flint and that's all you see. I don't know, guys. Flint, you really need to do something because I'm telling you, if you don't, this burnout city, this cancerous blight that is running through your city is going to completely destroy that city. And when it does, Flint will be nothing. It's almost there, and you really need to get that cleaned up, get that straightened up. That's strictly my opinion. Again, I don't live there. Don't ever plan on returning until you guys fix this. So that's kind of my topic for today is what we can do with the blight, just the ugliness in Flint. It's kind of what's up with Kev. I want to do some follow-up stories on this stuff. I'd really like to do more about it. But until then, I hope you've enjoyed the program. I just want everybody to know how much I appreciate you watching. Again, make sure to check out our website. It's www.davison-talk-network.com. Let me know what you think. Give me a rating. Tell me, hey, Kevin, shut up. Don't never do that again. Hey, Kevin, that was really cool. Let me know what you think. If it's a good enough post, I'm even going to put you on there. So make sure you give me your first and last name. Won't put the last name on, but I will put your first name on. Other than that, Ethan, have you got anything that you wanna add to this, or any final thoughts? No? Okay. Again, appreciate everybody joining me today. I think you're an awesome audience. I really appreciate this opportunity. God bless you all. And Flint, I got faith in you. Come on, man. We can pull this together. You can clean that up. Until next time, this is Kevin. This is What's Up with Kev. God bless you. Have a great week.